and whoopity whoop whoop. This is Batgirl Jamie here. I'm just cooking a little food. And I wanted to talk to you about the rumor about the new Xbox One Slim. They're going to call it the Xbox One Slim. And I think that's what they're going to call it. And it's going to be a discless, supposed to be a discless system. Hello, greeting. Hello, West Haven, always and forever. How are you? Whoop, whoop, and much clown love to everybody watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. I just wanted, there's a sound, and Twist said it's major. Oh, well, this is the Xbox One. This is the new system, and they're coming out with another version of it before they come out with the Xbox 2. This one's going to be a discless system, and it's supposed to be a discless system, so you won't have to have no more disc. So you won't have to have disc getting thrown around and lost and all that. It's all on your system. Yeah. I don't know. I wanted to talk to you about my opinion on it. My opinion on it is good and bad. Because that means grandparents can't go buy your kid a game for Christmas if you have that system. Because they're not going to know to buy the digital card. They're going to try to buy the disc. So then you're going to get the disc and you can't even play it because you don't have the system with the disc. So the digital code, so you're going to have to tell the grandparents, there'll be no more buying used games. There should be a thing like that. That's the only thing about it, is people buying you games, like physical games. It's going to cut down on people having to pay people to work in the factories making those physical games. That's kind of a downfall. And it's going to cut down on people buying from actual stores like Walmart and GameStop. And GameStop's going under. But it's going to hurt a lot of these places that sell video games. Like Best Buy. They're not going to have as much to sell. They're going to have to sell these digital codes. Because parents are not going to let their kid. And there's a lot of people that do not like. What about the people that don't like the digital? That like having the physical? And the aspect that they can lend it to their friend. That means no more lending your games to your friends. You can't lend your games to your... Okay, you can't lend your games to your friends. I do agree with it. It hurts the conglomerates. It hurts the conglomerates. It takes away jobs from people. Then you cannot share with your friends. That's one thing I don't like about it. Is it's taken away your... The only thing I don't like about me personally doing downloading or me and my friend share a Voodoo account for that reason alone. Me, him, and my sister share a Voodoo account. It hurts the economy because there's not money going out into the economy. It's going to that company. It's not helping to pay for someone to have a job, basically, because once it's there in physical, they're just downloading it, and it's all done through the computer, so there's no person behind it. Once that's up on their store, as long as they only have to pay like a few people to maintain that site to keep it up. So basically, that's the only people that are getting paid for it. They're paying maybe 100 people versus thousands of jobs that are going to be lost because of it. That's my only aspect about it. And then again, your son and his friend could have two separate games. It does cut down on people illegally part is your kid and his friend could say they both have games and they're both finished them and they want to trade games for like a month. Trade games until you can't trade games with your friends anymore. Like if me and Twist had some games and we wanted to trade each other, we can't. That's the only thing about it. You can't trade games with your friends. and there'll be no more going to the video store and buying. There'll be no more going to the video store and renting. So what's going to happen to the people that just rent games once in a while? Rent games because they beat them too fast, or they rent games because they don't know if they like it enough to pay the $60. That's another thing that's going to be bad about it. But on the upside, you've got the game forever on your system, on your account. You never lose it as long as you don't lose that account. And then all the games that you bought on there are yours forever. And you can play them all you want. You don't have to worry about losing the disc or someone stealing it unless they steal your. If they steal your system, you can just change your password and get it on your new system. When you get a new system, that's the good part about it. Someone can't steal your stuff. But then if someone hacks into your account and changes your password and steals your account, you're out all this money you spent. And you don't get it back. That's my problem with it. But it's pretty safe for the most part. I would not put a credit card on there for that. I wouldn't want to put a credit card on there for that. You can go to Walmart and buy digital copies of games. So basically, that's what's going to end up happening. But if you live somewhere where you don't have good internet, that's not going to work for you. So having games that you can only play, plus you got to have Xbox Live Gold for some of the games, which I think is okay. You can play Fortnite, but you got to pay $10 a month to have it. You got to pay for Xbox Gold, and it's something like $50 a month. I'm making this for dinner. Spiral mac and cheese. So, it's basically what it is. And I think it's good. And it's good. The concept is great and convenient for people that don't drive. For people that don't drive and for small kids, it's really convenient for the parents that are working all day and been busy running the roads so they don't have to go and run to the video store for a new game. The thing is, they can keep the games as high as they want because there's no competition for used games. That's my only problem with it. But you can buy the game cards. I think you should be able to buy the game cards. You can go to the Walmart and buy the game cards, which is a plus for people that don't want to put their credit card on there. I think that's why they came out with those game cards where you just scratch off a code and that's your code for the game and you get it. And I think that's a really good idea for kids that scratch up their disc and can't play them. That's a really good idea. That's the one thing I like about it, basically, is that you can do that. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Starting now.
That's my one thing I like about the whole idea, is that your kids have their games, they're there. There's not no disk drive to burn up, which is usually what happens. Then there's no disk drive. Then there's no disk to get all scratched up or lost, which is something that I think is a great idea for small children who love to play video games. So if they do come out with this diskless system, it's going to be a positive and a negative to it. But there's going to be people that already have the system that won't buy this. It's going to be good for people that have small kids that have been neglecting buying games for their kids. But they're neglecting buying games for their kids because of this full fact that they will be having discs scratched up and ruined and stuff like that. So I say I'm 50-50 on it being a great idea. It's actually a great idea. The only thing is they're gonna have to have like a really high storage on there for people, like at least a 5 terabyte to make it be worth it. Because if you're somebody who likes to play all the video games that come out, you're gonna need that. So basically, that's a great idea, because then you have it all there. You don't have to go to the store for it if you want a new game. You don't have to waste the time. But how long is it going to take to download the games? I think they need to take away. I think they need to have a streaming. I think they need to do like Voodoo does and let you stream games. Get down. I'm cooking. You cannot be up here. There's hot oil. There's hot stuff up here. You can't be up there. Get down. There's hot water up here. You can't be up there. That's what I think. That's one thing I think. They need to have a streaming so you don't have to use so much hard drive and pay. If you only play a few games, a couple gigs might be good. So, that being said, if it does come out, how many of you guys are wanting to buy it? So I think that would be a great. If you have an Xbox 360 and you're looking to upgrade, I think they need to come out with a cheaper one. Stop changing the system so they can keep the price high, but find a way to make your system a little bit cheaper so people can afford it. If it was like $200, I might have considered buying one, but because it wasn't, I went and bought the Retrocon, which plays old Nintendo cartridges, which plays NES and SNES, which is Nintendo Entertainment System, and the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. And that's it plays the old cartridges, and you can buy these cartridges with like 150 games on them, or 100. You can buy them with like 150. You can buy them with like 140 something games, or 150. Maybe there's ones that have 500, but those have a lot of duplicates. The ones I bought had all the Mario games, and I got. Then I still play PlayStation 3. I'm not up to PlayStation 4, but on my PlayStation 3, I've been playing the Sega Genesis Sonic's Sega Collection with Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, and that's what I've been playing. And then on there, I've been playing on my Xbox a game that I downloaded. It's a Cartoon Network fighting game where you fight with different Cartoon Network characters. Not Cartoon Network characters, Nickelodeon characters. I think it's Nickelodeon characters, or is it Cartoon Network? No, it's Cartoon Network characters. That's what I thought. It's Cartoon Network characters like Kids Next Door, Powerpuff Girls, Ben 10, and a bunch of stuff like that. But I do like the idea of this Xbox, and I just wanted to see what you guys' opinions on it were. Do you think it's going to go over good, go over bad? It's going to take up a lot. Games are going to take up a lot more room on your thing, so it's probably going to have. It's going to have a lot. I feel it's going to have a lot more. It's going to be having a lot more hard drive. I feel like it's going to have a lot more hard drive than the actual Xbox. Here, I gotta wash my thing. So, that being said, my opinion is yay. I hope they do it. And would you guys buy one if they made one? That's what I want to know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out, and much love to the Juggalo.